Hello everyone, this is Allison with Green Goddess Plants and Seeds, and welcome to today's garden chat. So I've just poured myself a cup of tea, and I invite you to sit down and join me, and we're gonna talk tomatoes today. So I finally made my what I call my short list for tomato varieties that I'm going to be growing out this year. It was hard. It's hard to choose. You know, I've actually got a collection of 96 different varieties, so it's kind of hard to choose, but you know, you got to do that, right? So I tried to choose some ones that I haven't grown either in a long time, or ones that are kind of new to me this year. So, but I also do have some favorites though too. So I thought today I'd start with the yellow tomatoes, yellow orange tomatoes. So one of my absolute favorites and varieties that I will grow every year no matter what is called Golden Queen. I don't have any fancy packaging here, but Golden Queen is my absolute favorite tomato out of all of the ones that I've grown over the years. This has become a favorite, and it'll be one that I will always grow in my garden. And you know, lots of people, you know, ask, well, what tomato would you always grow? If you could only grow one tomato, what would you pick? Well, Golden Queen would be my pick. So it's a historic heirloom. It was actually developed and released by Livingston Seeds back in the 1882. It was released under the name of Livingston's Golden Queen, and it's this beautiful golden yellow tomato. It has, you know, nice, decent, moderate size, not huge, you know, giant tomatoes, but nice, decent, you know, slicing tomatoes. They've got a beautiful color, and they have a wonderful flavor. I thought they tasted lovely. The really nice sweet flavor, maybe a hint of acidity in there. It was just one of my overall favorites for tomatoes is the Golden Queen. So that'll be in this year's grow out list. So everything that I present today will be for sale in May at our plant sale. Our next tomato, this one is brand new to me. This is Dr. Wyche's Yellow. I chose this one because I have heard so much about it. It's another heirloom. It was created and introduced by Dr. John Wyche, which I understand was a dentist, actually, by trade. But it produces really large 1 pound, you know, these tangerine yellow fruits. It's new to me, so I can't speak firsthand to its flavor, but I'm told that it's supposed to be quite sweet, low acidity, quite juicy, that sort of thing. So that's another one for the grow out list. So these will be available for our sale as well. And of course, you can't have a tomato list in you know, on the prairies without prairie tomatoes. Those are an absolute must. So in the yellow department, I've got Morden Yellows. So I have tried growing these out before. They didn't do that great in my city garden, but I'm hoping to give them another go, and maybe they'll do better out on the farm. I'm also hoping to include these in my own tomato breeding program that I want to do this year. So the Morden Yellows were developed at the Morden Research Station in Manitoba. It was released in 1950 and produces nice, decent sized slicers with golden yellow, bright yellow fruits with a pleasant flavor, nice acidic zing to it as well. It's a determinate variety, but it still produces all season long, which is kind of unusual for a determinate variety. And it's also a short season variety because on the Canadian prairies we have such a short season. So the Morden Yellows will mature, it's about 65 days there and about. So it's another good tomato for the prairies and for northern gardens. Is anything that was developed, at Morden, or the Beaver Lodge Research Station in Alberta is also another. They have lots of good varieties that came out of there as well. So I'm also posting these on my Facebook page with complete descriptions and photographs. So if you need to know what they might look like, you can also check out my Facebook page, and I will post a list down below in the information section of the varieties that we're profiling today. So next up is another new tomato to me. It's the Summer Sunrise. This tomato I purchased from Hudson Valley Seeds this year. It looks so pretty. The photograph looked really, really pretty. I don't know if you can see that. But it's another yellow tomato that looked good to me. The description says it's a yellow beefsteak with a pretty pink starburst on the blossom end. So that's what that is. That pink starburst on the blossom end. It's supposed to be both sweet and tart in terms of flavor. It's a dwarf variety. And it's supposed to reach about maybe 4 to 5 feet by the end of the growing season. So if you're looking for a nice, good plant for the patio or a container garden, or if you don't have a lot of room, this might be a good choice for the yellow tomatoes. And then last but not least for the yellow tomatoes is the Florentine Beauty. This one I ordered from the Croatian seed store. And it was one of those ones that just looks so stunning in the photograph on the website. It's a bright yellow, ruffled or ribbed tomato. It looked huge. It looked like it produced these really big tomatoes. According to the description, it has a very good sweet flavor with just a little bit of an acidic zing. Days to maturity is 80. It's an indeterminate variety, which means they'll just continue to grow all season long. So those are my yellow varieties that I've picked out this year. And again, I've got a photograph of this on my Facebook page if you want to go check it out, or you can check out the Croatian seed store. They have lots of stuff. So those are my yellow tomatoes that I've picked out. I've got lots more I'm going to go through. I thought I'd save those for some other videos, just to give you an idea of what we're growing out this year. It's so exciting. The snow's starting to melt. Oh, it's been above freezing the last 2 or 3 days, which is nice, which means the snow is starting to go. And I think the forecast is for it to stay above freezing, even if it's only like +1 or something, which means the snow will probably be gone by the end of the month if it continues to stay above freezing like that. So I spent part of my day outside today trying to repair my tiny little greenhouse. It's probably about 25 years old, and it's seen better days, but I can probably get one more season out of it. I know one of the roof panels blew off last November when we had a big blizzard come through, and so I went out there today trying to fix it and put the panel back on. It's all the panels are basically being held on by Gorilla Tape or Tuck Tape or whatever I have available to me. So it's definitely due to be replaced with something more sturdy. But you know what? It's what I've got, and I make do with it. I use it to the best of my abilities. It's not meant to be heated, but what I do with it is I kind of use it for hardening off plants. Probably around April when things really start to warm up. What I'll probably start putting stuff out there during the day, and then bring it in at night. And I actually do have a small space heater that I will put out there, and the space heater will keep it warm in there till about a -5 degree range. And then if it gets colder than that, then I have to bring everything in because the space heater just can't keep up. But that's what I normally do, and it's worked really well, and I've had really good results with all of the plants that I've grown. I've been told that my plants are very healthy and very sturdy and very strong, so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on today here, is just going through the tomatoes. I'm going to write up some more descriptions, and then I'll do a couple more videos with some of the other varieties that we're starting this year. And yeah, so just keep an eye out for the plant sale that's happening in May. We still don't know exactly when or how that's gonna pan out, but yeah, it's kind of all dependent on whether or not they lift any of the pandemic restrictions. If we can't do it garage sale style, then it'll probably be online pickup orders again, like I did last year. I mean, it worked, but it'd be nice to have the plants set out so that people can come and look at them before they buy. That's always nice when you can actually see and touch the plants that you're purchasing. So, but yeah, so that's today's garden chat. So look for a few more with the tomato seeds. And I hope you're enjoying your weekend. So until next time, have a great day.